She was initially a married woman.
Wang, Empress of Yuqi, Emperor Jing of the Han Dynasty.
Wang never dreamed that a palace storm would make her the Empress and her son Liu Qi the Crown Prince.
The story goes like this. Wang's mother, Zhang, went for divination.
And the result said that all her daughters would be rich and powerful, so she was naturally delighted. However, her eldest daughter, Wang had already married a commoner, Jin Wang's son, and had a daughter.
She had no choice but to send the sisters to the palace secretly. The sisters were sent to serve Crown Prince Liu Qi when they entered the palace. As soon as Liu Qi saw the sisters, he fell in love with them, and Mrs. Wang gave birth to 2 daughters.
At that time, there was another beauty in Liu Qi's palace, Li Ji, who was also very favored, and she gave birth to a son named Liu Rong. In 157 BC, Emperor Wen of the Han Dynasty died of illness, and Crown Prince Liu Qi took the throne as Emperor Jing.
Emperor Jing reluctantly obeyed Empress Dowager Biu and appointed Consort Biu as his empress. That year, Wang was blessed with a son named Liu Qi. 6 years after Emperor Jing acceded to the throne, a group of ministers petitioned for a crown prince. Empress Biu was childless.
Among his 2 sons, Liu Rong, born to Li Ji, was older, so he made Liu Rong the crown prince and named Liu Qi, born to Mrs. Wang, the king of Jiaodong.
Liu Rong, the son of Li Ji, was made the crown prince. As the mother was honored by her son, Li Ji doubled in value and was highly pleased with herself. Emperor Jing's sister, Princess Tantao, married Marquis Chen Wu and had a daughter.
Princess Tantao wanted to marry Prince Liu Rong as her consort, but Li Ji rejected her.
The princess wanted to marry her daughter, Liu Rong, but Li Ji rejected her. The princess was so unhappy that she asked Mrs. Wang to marry her daughter to Liu Qi, the king of Jiaodong, and Mrs. Wang gladly agreed. Soon, the Thin Dowager died. The Thin Queen was deposed, and Li Ji was pleased. She thought, my son is the crown prince, but the queen is not mine.
She fantasized when the queen's honor. Li Ji, in front of the wall of the pavilion, how princess is waiting for an opportunity to retaliate.
She will not let the phoenix crown fall on Li Ji's head. She had the opportunity to defame Li Ji in front of her brother Jingdi. However, Emperor Jingdi still wanted to establish Li Ji as the empress.
He once said to Li Ji, after I am 100 years old, you have to take good care of the royal sons and daughters born to the concubines.
The narrow-minded Li Ji refused to agree. Jingdi was greatly disappointed. The princess took the opportunity to denigrate Li Ji even more vigorously while praising Liu Qi, who was born to Mrs. Wang,
for his wisdom and sagacity, and Emperor Jing was a little moved.
Seeing this, Rapunzel Tato devised another plan, instigating people to urge the official in charge of ceremonies to write to Emperor Jing. The mother values the son, and the son values the mother.
Now the empress position empty, the country can be no mother of state.
The future mother of the crown prince should be the right place for the empress. Emperor Jing on Li Ji's anger has not yet subsided. After listening to the great line of officials, the dragon's face angry, said, "This is not what your generation should say."
The imperial decree to kill the official who wrote the petition deposed Crown Prince Liu Rong as the king of Linjiang and established Mrs. Wang as the empress, and Liu Qi as the crown prince.
The court turmoil ended with the victory of Princess Tantao.
Mrs. Wang never dreamed that this court turmoil would make her the empress of the world and her son Liu Qi, the heir to the throne.
In 138 BC, Emperor Jing died of illness, and Liu Qi, the crown prince, was crowned Emperor Wu. He made Princess Chen his empress, honored Empress Dowager Wang as his Empress Dowager, and moved to Chang'an Palace. The daughter born to Empress Dowager Wang and Jing Wangsun remained in the Jing family. But Empress Dowager did not want to talk about it, and the Jing family did not dare to recognize her. Later, someone reported to Emperor Wu, who ordered a car to be prepared and went to the Jin family to welcome the half-sister. Then he went to Chang'an Palace, where his mother was staying, to visit her. Empress Dowager Wang and her daughter wept with each other. Emperor Wu organized a banquet to congratulate the family reunion.
He gave his sister $10 million, 300 enslaved people and maids, 100 hectares of fields and the mansion's first seat. Xu Xuyun.
Emperor Wu's sister, Xu Chengju, was married and had a daughter and a son. Emperor Wu promised his niece to a vassal king and named his nephew Xu Chengzizhong. At the beginning of the Han Dynasty, the social atmosphere was not as conservative as that of the later generations,
and it was common for women to remarry, which was not shameful. The Empress Dowager spent her twilight years in Changle Palace.
In the third year of Yuanchuo 1 to 6 BC, the Empress Dowager died and was buried with Emperor Jing in the Yangbling Mausoleum.